Not that long ago, I made a ancestry comparison between brother and sister, sister and brother, sister and sister, and it was a comparison between my mother's family. This is my mother, and I thought, why not make a parent versus parent, if that's the right terms, parent versus parent ancestry composition comparison. So what I'm talking about is I want to show y'all my dad's ancestry composition from 23andMe and my mother's ancestry composition from 23andMe. So I want to compare both compositions so y'all could see the difference. So that's why I'm making this video, because I don't know, I think it'll be an interesting video for some people to watch. So, my parents are from completely different towns, places, and their DNA ancestry composition is completely different. They're not from the same town, so it's interesting how like Indians experience different things, I guess. And it kind of shows too, a little bit, not that much, or maybe I don't know, because I don't know the whole history. But that's one picture. So this photo is from a couple of years ago, maybe like 2009. And this is my mother, this is my father. So let's get started with the comparison. So on my screen is my dad's 23andMe results. Here's a chromosome view, which I call the ancestry painting. It gives you specific details, like the populations, where it matches and what place. And if you have any want more details, here is a little explanation. You know, so basically, I'm showing you the ancestry painting, but what we're talking about here is the ancestry composition. I mean, yeah, the populations my dad gets. So is that percentages? So that's what we're focusing on, just on this video. And there's many options here: split view, map view, etc., etc. But I'm just gonna focus on this. So my dad is 97.0 East Asian and Native American through to 1 through 22. It's everywhere. So he is 83.9 Native American and 12.5 undefined East Asian and Native American. But I know my father's history, that basically 97% is Native American, 0.9 European, which is like Iberian, is majority of it. It's 0.4, and then he gets Southern European, which is 0.3, 0.2. It adds up to 0.9 European. Um, I don't know if this is noise or how this happened. There is 0.2 Sub-Saharan African, which is just mainly West African. It goes out to West African. I'm not sure if this is really real. You know, 0.2 is very small. I don't think it might just be noise. Because, mm, yeah, it's probably noise. My dad also gets 0.1 Middle Eastern and Northern African, which is, considered noise too. You know, 0.1 South Asian. I think, like, basically all this is considered noise. It's too small to determine. Some people say this, some people say that. I consider this not true. So, on to my mother. This is my mother's ancestry painting. As you can see, it's more, I guess, diverse, or more mixture, more. I don't know the exact words. But it's more like mixture, I guess. You see a lot of European, a lot of Native American, yeah, European, Native American, African. So my mom gets 56.0 East Asian and Native American, She is 47.7 Native American. For European, my mother is 35.0 European. My mother also gets Iberian, but she gets way more Iberian than my father. She gets 18.9% Iberian, 11.4 unknown Southern European, 0.3 Scandinavian, 0.5 broadly Northern European, 0.4 Ashkenazi, 0.6 unknown European, or maybe just undetermined. So, yeah. So, as you can see, my mother gets Native American on all numbers. So, apparently, my mother gets European on 1 through 22 and on her X chromosome. I think you consider that the X chromosome. Sorry, I already forgot everything. Yeah, as you can see, it's everywhere. She gets Iberian on 1 through 4, 6 through 7, 9 through 17, and sorry, 19 through 22. Hold up, probably. So, my mother also gets Sub Saharan African, a lot on her X chromosome. 3.5 is West African. See, this is bigger. 3.5 is a lot, it's not that much. But if I test one of her parents, it might get increased. So, Middle Eastern and Northern African is on 2 to 3, 6, 12, 14, 20 in the X chromosome. The last groups are 0.5 Northern African and 0.5 unspecific Middle Eastern and Northern African. So I don't know anything about that, but that shows up there. 0.2 South Asian and 4.0 unassigned. So these are my father's results. So once again, my mother's results. My dad gets 97.0 East Asian and Native American. My mother gets 56.0 East Asian and Native American. My dad gets 0.9 European. My mother gets 35.0 European. My dad gets 0.2 Sub-Saharan African. My mother gets 3.8 Sub-Saharan African. My father gets less than 0.1 Middle Eastern and Northern African. My mother gets 1.0 Middle Eastern and Northern African. My father gets less than 0.1 South Asian. My mother gets 0.2 South Asian. My father gets 1.8% unassigned. My mother gets 4.0 unassigned. And that is my family's 23andMe Ancestry Results comparison. Big of a difference. Full Native American, mix Native American. Full Native American, mix Native American. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. Father, mother. So this is what I get from my father. This is what I get from my mother. So this is what I get from my mother. 50%, 26.6 East Asian Native American, 16.4 European, 1.3 Sub-Saharan African, 0.3 South Asian, 0.2 Middle Eastern and Northern African, less than 0.2 Ocean, 2.1 unassigned. So this is what I get from my mother. 50% of this. From my father I get 49.3 East Asian and Native American, 0.1 European, less than 0.1 South Asian, less than 0.1 Middle Eastern, and Northern African, zero point 0.6 unassigned.